Welcome to Investors Hangout, brought to you by Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Funds and Value Research. On the occasion of Dussehra, we greet each one of you, and special greetings go to the CEO of Value Research, Dhirendra Kumar.
Thank you.
Special because he's going to throw light on a lot of stuff which on financial terms we do which are wrong or which are evil because we are blocking our financial blessings. So what are those five, as we were discussing, it could be more, blockings that we have in our lives which are hindering our financial goals?
There are just too many, but if I have to summarize or highlight five of them, I would say that the foremost is not getting started early enough.
Okay.
The procrastination, the delay. When we start earning, we think that we have to be little well off to get started. I think that is one of the biggest sin. That's one of the evil which we should overcome. I think investing or being well off, getting started with a small money. If you can do it with putting it in your piggy bank or putting it in the doing a recurring deposit. Don't get sophisticated about it. Keep first to invest you need to save, and saving is a habit. Saving is not a matter of scale. If you make 5,000 rupees, your intent or ability to save 250 rupees every month is crucial. If you make 5 lakh rupees, saving that 25,000 rupees is important.
So what Dhiren in a nutshell is saying that get rid of abhi khao piyo, baad mein dekhi jayegi attitude. What you need to do is start early enough. So that is sin number one that you need to get rid of. Dhiren, sin number two.
Sin number two, I think, the belief in fixed deposit, fixed income. Once you decide to invest, it's not bad, it's important. You need fixed income. But complete fixation with fixed income is injurious because thinking about equity and the myths that prevail around it,
right,
that equity shares are risky. It's a speculative thing. Yes, at some level it is risky, it is volatile, it can be risky, but it's the orientation which makes it different. When you invest in shares, when you invest in equity, you become the owner, and that is the only way to beat inflation because you get connected to the real economy. Companies produce goods and services which gets adjusted with the inflation.
Right.
So that's myth number two. I would say sin, that complete fixation, all your money completely in fixed income will be injurious to your health, because injurious to your financial health, because you will not be able to beat inflation. Sometimes you will underperform inflation. So effectively your money is going down. So get rid of that.
Okay. So I'm just recapping as you are saying, Dhiren, start early. Don't get fixed to fixed deposits.
Yeah.
And third is that you should be saying, I know we discussed it, but
that insurance is not investment. Most people get carried by the notion because they perceive it safe. They don't ask question, and they mix insurance and investment, which is a bad thing. Get insurance,
right,
but don't consider insurance as an investment, because insurance doesn't really combining the two, you get the worst of two. Insurance is a very crucial goal, is a crucial need, and you should look at it as buying protection and paying for it, and that's all there to it. For investment, look at it objectively. Your short-term investment, medium-term investment, long-term investment, and it should be done independent. The moment you try and mix it up, you get the worst of both.
Okay. So what people generally say, LIC kara lo, that's not good enough.
Life insurance is you should get life insurance, but don't think of it as an investment.
Yeah, a lot of ULIP agents, etc., keep
Insurance
saying
agents,
that maximizer fund or something in the garb of that. So would you like to say something on that?
I would say that every investor, it is your money. Ask question. You will pay this much. What will you get? You have to basically ask 3 questions. What you pay, what you get, and what is the cost, and try and split it. That what do you get, then you will be told that you are getting this and you are getting this. So what is the benefit? Then you can actually ask yourself some question, that what is being told Is it a realistic thing? You can figure it out. The moment you get into a mindset of breaking something into what you pay, what you get, and what's the cost, and what is in it for him, the person who is selling it, you will figure out, you will decode, and you'll get smart.
So we've discussed three
of them.
How should I put it? Sin is the right word, or should
No,
we say
sin
the
is not a right
financial
word. I would
demons
say
in your life?
No, we are just talking of sins in the context
trying
of the
to-
Dussehra.
yeah.
But it is not a sin. It is lack of
Mistakes.
understanding. It's a mistake.
Yeah.
And it's a mistake, if you correct early, it'll have a payoff. It's a small mistake, and that becomes a habit.
Yeah.
So if you fix it early, you'll get more rewards, because most investments, you just need time.
Okay. Moving on to the
them to work
fourth
well.
mistake that you need to avoid so that you don't damage your long-term wealth is, Vijay?
Too good to be true. Most people, I would say that this is one of the if I have to really put it in chronology or in order of priority, this should have been the second one.
Okay.
Because most people fall for something and hurt themselves when they fall for something which is too good to be true, and getting carried by the noise, not asking question. All the Ponzi scheme in which investors lost their capital, not only return or the opportunity cost, but they lost their capital. So too good to be true, it is unlikely to be true. Keep off. We keep coming across all the kind of rackets and frauds that happens. You have to ask 2-3 things. As I was telling about in the context of insurance, what do you get? What do you pay? And if you are going to get too much, if you are going to get plenty, then you have to necessarily get suspicious. There is no such thing as too good to be true. And when you get something phenomenal, don't get carried by the noise. You will have a friendly neighborhood, a relative, a friend, a colleague, or somebody who will say that he did it and he's the evidence. He has experienced it. Maybe that is the start of the con job. Keep off from that.
Okay. And also remember, what you sign today determines where your child goes to study in future. It depends on, the paper that you sign is extremely important.
Yes, saving is not a very casual thing. Saving and investment.
Your retired life depends on this.
Real life, situations depend on that. How your children go to school, or how their college will be taken care of, how you retire, whether you are able to build your house in time.
Correct.
So whether you'll be able to, have a peaceful retirement and you don't run the risk of outliving your savings. These are crucial objectives, and I think and if it is not done well in time, you will not have the time when you really start appreciating it, and time passes by.
Now we come to the fifth correction that you must do, and that pertains to something which is very plasticky.
Yeah, the tendency to spend our future income, the easy availability of credit. When you go to, if you just do some window shopping and you come across a refrigerator, and your refrigerator is troubling you for an impulse purchase, and and you don't have the money, but you have the credit card, and then you have the friendly salesman who is telling you that even if you don't have the money, even if you don't have the credit card, installment will be interest free. That's the bait. Ask question yourself, that do you really need it?
Right.
Can you defer it? Because those are very tempting things. Don't always. And there are two things, when it comes to use any credit for any emergency. That's fine. I think credit card or taking credit for two things are justified. If you have an emergency, and the other is, buying a home, not the second home, the primary home in which you are going to live, which will save you rent, and you will pay the EMI. Make sure that your EMI is not going to be substantial. It should not guzzle all your income. So buying a home, an emergency, that is the only thing which justifies spending or mortgaging your future income today. Otherwise, all other temptations, try and resist, try and defer, because hidden or not hidden, hidden or even transparent, there is always a cost to borrow.
Right. So what Dhiren is saying, postpone consumption if you can't afford that. So the five, if I were to summarize, Dhiren, not starting early enough. That mistake don't make. Second, your fixation on fixed deposit must go. Third, treating insurance as investment. Third or fourth, blindly following the advice of your friendly neighborhood
Or
advisor.
falling for too good to be true,
Too good to be
opportunities.
true, yeah. And five, buy today, pay later. That is, don't get into the credit card,
Yeah, and these 5 things, they look like, they're very special Indian mistakes done by investor. No, it's a global phenomenon. Investors or savers worldwide fall for this. When it comes to these problems, this is a problem which is faced by in all geography, irrespective of the culture.
Cool. So get rid of these 5 mistakes, as Dhirendra said, for your lifelong financial prosperity. And of course, may the force be with you.